think of, man, what an innovative product.
Yeah.
You don't see that anymore. And
No.
so it's just breaking the way that we see things. It's so innovative.
See, that's what I love about this conversation is that you guys are both established, successful, experienced builders in the market. And I mean, I can see the smile on your faces when you're talking about this thing. So Josue comes to you. Had you worked with him before?
Yeah. So I worked with Martin, Josue's dad. I don't even remember. Probably before around 2000, probably right around there. I was known him to be, one of the best guys I had known. And then he started the company with his sons, and that was lucky for me because I got to continue working with him, and then met his sons, who are just a great family. So for me, it was great since right when he opened until I guess probably a year and a half now. And Josue came up and said, I got something to show you. You got a second? And then, brought out, I think it was on paper at that point. I don't know I think he might have built something, but he brought it out. And I really just kind of went, yeah, that makes absolute sense. And then, after a few months, and then he kept building these things that got bigger and smaller. It was great. I've been on board literally from day one, and I'm just happy to be part of it, to be honest.
That's awesome.
So it's funny, and I want both your guys, of course, opinion on this. I've been in this business a very, very long time, and when Josue started sending me these images of the finished room, like the finished kitchen into the dining room, or the finished living room into the dining room space. And I saw that ceiling, and I was surprised how struck I was by the absence of the grills. It's the cleanest looking ceiling I've ever seen. So as a builder, so your first impression was shock. And Jose, of course, I want to hear your whole side of the story as well, but we'll stick with Justin for a second. So as a builder, at first you go, the light bulb goes off, you go, oh my God, what a great idea. Let's try that. But now go forward with the story. Do you see that it's a huge advantage? Do you save money? I mean, what's the rest of the story for you?
Well, I think all of the above. Really, it's funny is Josue said, hey, could we introduce it to your customers in these houses? So I did that, and the customer did the same thing. He's like, heck yeah, absolutely, let's do it. Now that you see the ceiling, quick story, I brought my trim carpenter in after we turned the heat on in one of our houses, and he said, hey, where's the heating vent? Because I forgot to tell him. And I said, oh, it's right there. And I said, where? And I said, right there and right there, and these two can lights. And he went, huh. And he's kind of a guy that doesn't talk a lot or anything, but he was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I said, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so awesome.
But in the finish, and we're just getting to that point, it's clean. It's great. You have 4 can lights in a room, let's say, for instance. 2 of them are comfy light, and that's it. Other than, of course, whether it's a fire sprinkler head, but it's great. It makes it great. And Jose can talk about the way it certainly heats and cools better, but you can tell the difference. Even in a construction house, it's really much more. For example, it's really cold here. It's warm everywhere in that house right now. It's very interesting to go and feel that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can agree to that. It's the exact same way I felt when I first heard of the comfy light. I remember Josue brought it over and thought, hey, what do you think about this idea? And honestly, the first time I seen it, I was like, wait a minute, what? I was completely blown away. Not only because when you're building a home, if you really pay attention, I've been doing this ever since I heard of comfy light now. Everywhere I go, I have to look up and see the houses, the grills, and I think of, man, what an innovative product.
Yeah.
you don't see that anymore. And
No.
so it's just breaking the way that we see things. It's so innovative that when just like Justin, when I brought my electrician, when I brought the finishing guys, when even the homeowner, when I brought them in, they would look up and wonder, where's the AC coming from? And they would look in the floor, they would look in the ceiling, and it was such a clean look. And I was so proud to say, hey, look at that. That's a light and that's a vent. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Pretty cool.
Amazing.
It's
So
such a clean look.
See, that's what I love about
look.
this conversation is that you guys are both established, successful, experienced builders in the market. And I mean, I can see the smile on your faces when you're talking about this thing. I don't think that happens very often, where you've got so many things to worry about, so many different trades to coordinate to get these houses done in a high quality, but get them out quickly. And for you to take the time to stop and talk to us, for one thing, but to tell the story about the innovation behind this product. I mean, that just lights me up.